Yeah, Andrew Thieves have read this really well. Leaving Xander all the way on green, and he's okay right now. 1-1 apiece so far. The trades favor MIBR.
Ooh, how about that from Cortezia? Already off to 3. I was about to say, interesting little anecdote in there talking about how does 100 Thieves want to try to challenge MIBR. They're not going for the early dizzy. They try to use it as a way to contest as the execute gets onto site. Doesn't fully work out though. So now Xander by himself, 1v4. It's already been tagged down to half HP. Artisan right there to follow up, no problems. And MIBR very swiftly take the opening pistol.
You say pretty massive push up through too, but first contact Cortezia spots a barrel. We'll take Bustio down, and that's going to be the KG anchors. Operator being shown pretty early.
That's really tough from Bustio, and I think that's just anxiety for 100 Thieves because the noise has been killed for so long from MIBR. You don't see anything at A. You haven't seen anything towards the backside of B, so you get a little bit frisky about trying to get more space at middle. And that opening pick allows MIBR to get the plan.
They cannot lose this up. Big investment.
Now the high tide covering.
They go and lose
post
this
plan.
terrible.
You
it's
really
my decision
about the chances.
Just as the wall comes up, but Artisan going down through the smoke was really painful.
Now Reckoning is going to come through. Cryo affected by one of those bursts. Aspas trying to make his way over. Does he find any angles at anything? The Dizzy doesn't really do too much to deter this play. You do have the Thrash as a way to counter though. 100 Thieves will commit that immediately. Chaos all over the backside of the A side as this high tide is the only thing really separating these two teams. And as that falls, now here comes 100 Thieves trying to reach out this over from the back. Do they get the good reveal? They're trying to work their way back in. The Cove is keeping this play safe largely, but 100 Thieves do have the crossfire setup, and every single one of the gunfights goes through for 100 Thieves. Cortezia with the lockdown though somehow gets 3 until finally the push through for 100 Thieves.
So my friends, this is a MIBR map pick, which means that Thieves decide to start on the defender side, which is very interesting.
The other side of this is MIBR.
Last 2 times MIBR start on the defender side.
Effort towards B. Or are they just going to keep trying to play for this? Well, freebie for Cryo goes a bit.
Oh, EU is on fire. Hey, EU!
Just 3, but 4. Could he find the full?
That was insane. But what a whip from Cryo. Where miss?
Who's doing some damage?
Bro, another ace on this tournament. Damn, beautiful, beautiful.
This hit maybe a little while longer. Can Cryo connect onto something? Tried for it, but has to dash away. Does see Aspas playing over towards the backside, and look at that shot from Cryo. Takes off the head of Artson. And that's
Cryo with the up on this map is one of the best in the game.
And we got a 5v4.
The impact that he has is unbelievable.
As he's planting as well, so absolutely amazing coming through from Cryo. Not going to be part of the post plant. Notably here, this is, by the way, Cortezia's second lockdown so far on this attack. Here it comes, the retake.
Man, 5 rounds for the Thieves here.
From the offensive
side, pretty good.
Does not stop this retake attempt jumping into sight.
Yeah, there's no way they're showing the round. Actually impossible.
Someone's gonna have to challenge this. They see Zen
flawless round.
The rafters. There's just no
Thieves are so rich.
He's gonna block the exit. Unless the gunfight comes out, Zen will likely lose his life. And well, he does win that 1v1. Well, here comes the hit. Dizzy on the way out. Does not connect for too much. Cloudburst to block the angle. Cryo connects though on the other side of the site. Xander still holding on to his.
He's just spamming them, bro. Man,
on this angle,
it's unbelievable.
Aspas able to at least find the trade. But
I was talking yesterday. A lot of times when I see teams dealing with the operators in the,
unless maybe
the guy cannot do anything. But Cryo, some way, somehow, on this map, he always delivers, bro. It's insane. It's insane.
It's just gonna be down to 1. And
no one seems to know how to stop that.
Process to play with, so we'll just back away, try to save the rifle.
He's going for the round, no?
I think he's running over towards B potentially. No, he doesn't have the time. So ended up being the save instead.
He has time.
He's really running for it though.
No charges left.
Okay, he's gonna be able to get in time. So we're gonna play this one through. Remember, only 2 rounds left to play through. Saving will be a little bit unfortunate with only 2 rounds left. Might as well play for it all, but up against 3. Wingman Defuse is going to put instant pressure on. 100 Thieves could even commit the Thrash here for insurance policy if they really need to. Might be overkill though.
Man, the little bro too. Like, no chance.
Yeah, not a good angle at this, unfortunately. So the Defuse will come out. Aspas is able to at least take down another for 3 in the round.
The shooting gallery on A.
Big one, big one.
Falls.
At least 6 MIBR.
Controlled. Knives are going to come out for the defense.
To be honest, I think guys are in trouble already.
Shut down this play early in towards mid 2, but is there any sort of a pinch setup to try to work on this? Xander with the snake bite available, almost able to line up a couple, but instead comes away with absolutely
Right at the beginning of this game was hard for me because of the issues that I got.
And the spike being planted will put pressure on 100 Thieves and try to find a way to regain.
Just gives MIBR so much confidence, taking down Boostio first, Killjoy utility gone. Xander needed a kill there. Looked like he even had a potential lineup reckoning to secure this.
Whoa, but Aspas is not seen by the thrash.
What?
The bullets. Cryo, a huge shot. Maybe a chance to clear, but you've got to get deep over towards green and simultaneously clear off yellow.
My friends, in case you miss a yesterday, EG versus MIBR, bro, go check the game. He was legendary, bro. He was better than Prime Farm.
Find the elimination
El Diablo.
Put this round on a question. EU, not a lot of time, too many angles he has to check, and we're going to end the first half 6-6.
Back from yesterday as well.
Okay, my friends, stats there for you. I appreciate the observers here on Americas more than I do the guys on EMEA, because this one shows the stats closer to the start of the round. So thank you, bro. Thank you.
Full stack from 100 Thieves moving on through. It's going to be.
This matters, bro. This matters. For me, matters a lot.
And 1.
It's easy for me to show you guys the stats.
Well, the staging is set for a burst on towards A. Opening for Artisan. So good, but immediately traded back for Thieves. Easy to the 3v3. Cortezia, though, watching the cross of the Sheriff connects on Asuna, so the numbers advantage will still live with MIBR defense. Aspas is making his way over and going to make sure there is no rotation back on this deep post plant. So
okay, Aspas has been dashed there on the flank.
Alive in the front, they should be able to get a natural pinch on this.
Yeah, Aspas is getting there so quickly right now as well. This is going to be really decent for the retake.
In the beginning of Valorant, bro, people used to dash to get closer to the site when we take situations. You know, like Ultra died.
Him and the other defender.
I remember that shit.
They were going to be able to trade effectively. Lucio knows that potential for a second play could be there. They know both players.
Okay. That was good. Going
to be coming into this one with only a pistol, but trusting the star carry player to be able to get some shots in, but not this time. As Cryo still looking strong for the previous round. Shut Aspas down.
This is...
Shut up.
Normally the round that might be our lose, bro.
Does affect him, but not before the
once,
comes
twice, no, bro. Every time.
More. So it's just down to what exactly.
The chances of MIBR losing this round is like 99%.
has provided for 3.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I don't know how a team can be so incompetent in situations like this. It's actually unbelievable, bro.
If they land, would put him out of commission. Wingman getting...
Oh my god, Wingman, thank you.
The spam not enough to take him out of the picture, so the post-plant setup for 100 Thieves will still live on the backside of yellow.
Xander is low HP though, but the shock darts are gone. You're looking at Verna trying to buy time for Artisan to come on through. High Tide is going to buy some more space, but can they get the frags? Artisan recovers one of the Guardians, I believe. As the Vandal potentially is still stuck on yellow here. They do have reasonable weaponry to play through. High Tide falls.
Whoa. And Artisan's able to find one very quickly. That was on the low health pool of Xander, though.
One enemy remaining.
And this little re-wrap from Cryo works out nicely. Artisan just gonna have to snap and find the...
This man is a beast, bro. Cryo masterclass so far.
Anti-eco. So now 100 Thieves.
Kept the reckoning as the one silver lining from that loss.
Do you even have a chance to catch 100 Thieves on site? Maybe now that Artisan's able to find 2, but he will drop before the reckoning could even be a consideration. Also able to get back on towards site.
Oh my god, that was good.
Trying to get the plant down, but Aspas able to deny it with the wallbang. Also not able to collect and then go back down to the low ground for the plant. 3v3, here we go.
What is he coming on?
He's close to the ropes. Oh my god, something crazy is about to happen.
Remember, limited weaponry here coming through for MIBR, but what they do have is the hero rifle onto Aspas, and he needs to deliver 3 versus 3. Much more damage.
Together, pick it together.
Of 100 Thieves, and shots coming on through now.
Nice.
Xander doesn't quite get the kill.
A really good shot from Xander. Still low health pool though, but MIBR finding themselves in a similarly vulnerable position. Just trying to walk up, see if they can create something. Asuna has to watch kind of 2 things at once. Cortezia able to find at least one thing to work with. Boostio, Aspas, last one's left alive, and the clock will determine the outcome of this round.
Did they force this round?
It with the final kill.
Members on MIBR.
Hey man, this is Icebox. Final bird going A.
It's going to be an A finish, which it is likely to be. So all 5 here, no excuses, reckoning in hand.
Got the back, reckoning to be spent.
Easy for Cryo.
This Inferno is still the first one to fall. Cortezia with 1 response. Pinch Shrek goes to the kill feed to a 3v3, but the spike gets planted. Artisan, whoa! Whips! EU is dead to rights, doesn't fully connect, so now it's just down to Zenem and Aspas. And they provide down from a 2v3 to the 1v2. EU low on HP, has a Hunter's Fury, but reload timing. They have catched one on the reload, not fully able to connect on the kill, and now you can back up. You've got low health pools. Do you have the right angles? First shock dart, not good. This one, at least able to pull Zenem off, but he can get it to halfway and easily finish with Aspas guarding. Hit is moving over towards yellow. Cortezia behind the cover of the offensive toxic screen will get over towards Snowman. But this looks like they just want to try to scale deep. But look at the nano, really well placed. Doesn't make a difference, at least not initially. But eventually,
yo, let's go. This is what I love to see, bro. He's using the something knife. That was my first knife, by the way. I love it.
Yeah, just waiting for the toxic screen.
Oh, it's my knife.
No fear, just running straight into, playing into the operator. No.
Yep.
And how about this?
Yeah,
Aspas sees everything. Looks the reveal at the end, but Xander's able to battle back.
I hate when I die on dash. I hate it.
Kind of a bastion right in front of the A site, and 100 Thieves have been able to at least somewhat counteract this play.
If this was online, I wouldn't die.
In some trouble, but deletes the fish before it can connect. Help is now in the site, or is it? Zenem drops. The Dizzy over the top pulls Artisan back. You do have Cortezia on their way into the site trying to hold on to this, but
one away from the Vipers,
looking at this for 100 Thieves. What can you collect on your way back over? And they're not even going to stop to get the thrash back. They're just going to try to sprint this thing back to B.
Look at this. Xander in trouble. He can't cross. It's only going to be the spike thing out. In Arsenal, they're in Xander's hands there, but what a call from Artisan to say, look, may find a player rotate, then read the rotation was going to come through. Nano Swarm, it's even going to prevent the plant as well. Brilliance from the last two remaining members of MIBR. And I got to say, with ultimates in hand as well, you got to think this 2v1 should be more than doable with this amount of time. Going quiet here. Arsenal. He's going to try and make it over towards A.
This is tough. I mean, he gets the wingman back, but Artisan is watching for this cross and sees it.
To the fight, playing the 1v2.
And now you just have to sprint and hope that you can hold on top of the site. You do have a mosh pit to try to give yourself a little bit of space while the wingman can go for the plant. High tide going to be called in. Artisan dealt with. Out of the 1v1. Plant's going to come through. High ground control.
Why you don't play the 1v2 together? Like I said it, like I thought you were going to do. I'll play, Arsenal. I'll play. Teach you this kid how to play. Punish it then. Punish it then.
A lot of shared space in between both of these. It looks like 100 Thieves want to try to challenge this. They're going to push on forward for it. Trades are out immediately. Hunter's Fury used to try to counteract the defensive lockdown, which does get destroyed. But Aspas is able to get out. And we'll stay 4v4. The Reckoning is still at the ready. Is on the way over. Is going to use that immediately just as the Viper's pit gets called. Artisan follows.
They had kills in that one, bro. I'm not going to say anything. This thing makes me lose my mind.
If you are Xander, here comes
Red Valorant also makes me lose my mind.
Aspas moving really quickly. As soon as this Nano Storm fades, he's got to try to find some sort of an angle. Double swing likely on the way. But he sees one shoulder. That's Asuna who will drop. The rest of 100 Thieves is trying to have to stand tall around this.
Yeah, after watching the last round, I would do the same thing. You're gonna bait his noobs, bro. No?
Eventually dealt with. MIBR get to double digits. There goes the wingman. Thrash to try to give some reinforcement. Can it clear out this Viper's pit? Zenem's still alive and well. Cortezia and Aspas connected. Verno puts this round.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The Hunter's Fury.
That's clean.
Yeah. Tough.
Beautiful shots, man.
30 seconds left.
But you got to do something.
Mappy point for MIBR. I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were going to lose, but still, it's not over yet. Man, you know what? I would like to see 100 Thieves playing new here in Snap in the hands of Asuna.
They made the wrong call here, which means that 100 Thieves
like Heretics too.
Playing for
I think they would bring so much chaos, man. I think they are a team that can
which is quite nice.
try to do that too.
We least up top. Reckoning. One
would be nice.
Spend that.
That'd be fun to watch.
Aspas still has knives with this operator, looking for an opening pick and connects. And here we go. Reckoning is at the ready, going to be called in, and Aspas is going to get to work. First level towards Cryo taken down. Reveal is also into play on the backside of this post plant. Yeah, and Aspas is just looking to feast and farm, short up in your face. Xander with the Guardian, the last one standing, and Artisan.
Yeah, goat. I love you. I love it. I love it. GG, man. This was a MIBR map pick, by the way, so keep in mind. I want to see 5 maps.
This one gets done in regulation to the tune of a 13-9. MIBR strike first in the best of 5. Fault line will come through. EU able to peek behind them, but Verno still able to find the first blood in this engagement. Nobody checks the tight corner though, and the slow orb is so punishing. Just comes out to Kane and take advantage of it, and EU did not have the salvos out in time. nor can he get away from the chase.
Man, it's so sad that we don't have the
MIBR have the numbers advantage,
replay
the overheal coming through
in the POVs here in this tournament.
Asada finds the opening pick, and the follow-up for Xander on the crossfire. Now has Verno by himself. The paint shells connect for a good chunk of damage. And this 1v2 is going to be really difficult for Verno, who has been re-read up top at ramps.
30 seconds
yeah, his
left.
spike is
Sky
also
for Verno
as well, so he's got a lot of work to do.
That's new, right? I don't remember him playing Sky here.
2 players that he has to play against. Really, I think failure to check.
Yesterday they brought back the Raze again for RTZ.
It seemed unnecessary. Spikes combos
started really good on Raze here, then he switched to Bridge.
Finish.
10 seconds
All you got to do is double peek from heaven.
But now Verno and Sky, this is new.
All right,
I'd say it works.
There is so much utility that can just be thrown your direction, and Artisan able to connect. Xander, though,
oh my
goodness,
goodness,
to get the third. Plenty of time for Zenub to get the plant down. The Salvo's not quite in position to deter this. So we get to the 2v3. Bridge Tejo in hand.
Would this happen for MIBR now?
That have been collected on site are dangerous to walk into.
Oh my god.
You don't check the close corner.
They lose this round, but they also win.
Has just the aftershock left to play with. And has to worry about this opening crossfire setup. Yeah, no, not gonna work out. Thrifty comes through for MIBR.
The IGL, my friends.
Because obviously the mid aggression came on through. They don't want to have a lurking player being found.
Which is
no way.
Owning them, bro. What?
Wow, that's going to be.
Ah, man, I need to replay.
For the spike plant.
And that's just not one of those things that you bank on.
Come on, guys.
MIBR are kind of backing off, looking to put some pressure at middle. And
yo, for the main event, for sure, we have replay, right? For sure.
Try to re-challenge the outsides of the map.
Oh my god, yo, Artisan, you are insane on Raze here, bro. Play Raze every time.
He is in a very one and done type of spot here. He's a little bit of help.
Oh, he got Aspas.
Okay, how about this from Aspas? Over, just going all the way to the sky.
Man, what's happening? We cannot see the kills.
And once again,
in the company, invest in replay, please.
It looked like the fault line showstopper combination was going to be punishing.
I know, man. Life is hard for everybody. You know, things are expensive nowadays. They probably don't have the budget.
We got a 4v2.
Look at where the X's are. Look at the 2 blue X's on site itself. Artisan, he defeated the crossfire. Busio was.
If they call me with this in the main event, I'm gonna be so pissed, bro.
But the point is, Artisan, he gets super aggressive and pays off.
I don't know, bro.
So now,
I will not be surprised.
That was the last one alive again, and
5-2, my friends. MIBR looking clean.
Time that 100 Thieves have found first blood in many, many rounds now.
Good point. Oh, Cryo trying to get the orb down, not going to work out. Aspas able to follow with knives onto Asada. So numbers get back to a 3v3. Defense a bit split.
Okay, got it.
Rope still finds the spike carrier. Is it good for
more? No. The threads are so good.
From Jetum.
Both things.
Bustio trying to re-wrap on the play.
Ooh.
And now it's just down to 1, but it is Aspas with knives.
Yeah, that's really nice from Xander. That
oh my god. You get this one?
There's a lot of problems. The good news for Aspas is he has plenty of help and
stop it.
Oh, he knows.
Bustio. In fact, Bustio doesn't land a single shot to help out Xander in this now eventual 1 versus 1.
30 seconds left.
And Aspas doesn't even feel pressure.
Look at the ripple.
He's found the peak.
Not even close. All under control for Xander.
Xander is coming from it. It's been ropes. Because Spike is not there, so uncommitted. Let's see a shoulder.
Killer! Blocking vision.
Very nicely played. Very nicely.
And this kid is impressing me.
You see, the Xander was ready for
every game, bro. Every game.
Cosmic Divide gonna get called in. Battle for Zenom again comes through. Artisan actually falls to the salvo. We've seen more salvo eliminations than I care to count in the last couple of days.
Cortesia.
But everything is said and done. We've got ourselves a 2v2, and keep your eye on the long wrap from Cortesia. Deep behind the defensive spawn, and with this time on the clock, Verno's just gonna sprint this back over to A. Rez will come through, so we got a 3v2 and another Cosmic Divide that 100 Thieves could use for the retake.
Left.
Stun for Buster.
Really nicely played by Cortez.
The guy has
the opportunity to maybe get a shot here, but more importantly, clearing out A to allow the plant to come on through with confidence.
Bro, he'll have Seekers,
so double ultimates online for MIBR. However,
wait,
I don't think
Cortez has Ocho?
His angle because he wants to be able to hold this for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god.
This pit and play.
The Seekers will give him the intention of when he needs to rotate back, if at all. First shot, and second, not so much though.
Ready. He could ult and play with the classic.
Verno.
With the pit, in the pit.
In towards tower. Maybe here's the ropes. Now the timing.
He knows. He heard that.
Knows that Cross playing from behind him.
Ooh.
And the barrier orb. Smart play but it does get instantly deleted.
Shit, wow, bro.
A bit of an issue. Verno checking. Holding it to halfway is Cryo. Maybe looking for more. Oh! Just as that secondary
Cryo, you are insane, my friend. You are actually insane. You are him.
Has been first blooded.
Purple Mango, be right back.
Artisan, despite having a fantastic opening, slowed down massively.
Well, EU inside the site going to be dealing with a lot of pressure. Wow, the flash, the dash, MIBR just breaking ankles inside of A. Cause Divide gets called in, but Cortezia is going to use the Vipers to block off screens and most of Elbow. And is able to follow up with one more before Asuna gets the judge into play. That's going to be 2 down. But Aspas able to at least respond with one. What the hell is that? What is that? Absolutely no way, no how that connects for a headshot. But it's a 1v1. Asuna trying to come around the corner of the Guardian. Opening shot doesn't quite hit. Paint shells off the corner. Does that get Aspas out of position? Gonna elect to take a little bit of damage from the Semtex of that paint shell. Asuna thinking he bailed out towards Elbow, but that's not the case. Aspas stays, holds his ground, takes the damage, and wins the round for MIBR.
At time to EU holding the exact same spot.
Flamengo, my friend. Flamengo, Arrascaeta, the best in the world. Let's go, let's go. I'm missing the Flamengo's game, bro.
Importantly,
Carson on this raise is just a little different.
One enemy remaining.
And the individual 1v1s continue to be tallied.
Yo, what an insane half for MIBR, bro. Insane half. You don't know what Flamengo is, bro. How can you not know? The greatest club in the world, football club.
Take a 1v1, it looks like.
The greatest. Come on, do a second. Everybody knows that.
And yeah, doesn't check the close.
8-4. You might have noticed that I had changed my lightning during the game, and now I'm back to what was before. I always do that, bro. It's insane.
Instantly on towards a full aggression.
I cannot stand still, bro. This is an issue that I have, bro. I always tweaking things, trying to changes.
Ramps
I don't know why, bro.
Controlled over 100 Thieves. Verno going to read that there's so much action here. Just trying to keep this offensive post plant interesting, because look at Artisan already up through the sewers. Now an opportunity to possibly try to pinch on this. Can you keep them interested?
What?
Somehow doesn't hit the headshot. Looks like he was perfect for it.
Okay, capture. Let's go, Ash.
Tossing in a little bit of extra utility to keep this 100 Thieves post plant trapped up top at ramps. But can you win the gunfights needed? Aspas gonna go for the immediate defuse. Has a chance to stick for it, but only gets it to halfway.
Okay, it's not thunder for them.
Bro,
what?
Will not get there in time. The defuse comes through, and MIBR take the pistol. Let's see if you're a 100 Thieves fan. MIBR on the bonus are going to have some shotgun presence.
Man, Asuna having a great game, but Cryo so far.
Stars early place.
Man, it wouldn't be a good idea for things to have more than one composition like MIBR is doing here.
With the judge.
Because
able to delete the boom bot.
Feels like a lot of things they just practice one compliment.
Takes away
League of Legends, from what I remember, things had a lot of champions.
Didn't reveal the judge, by
the way, ready to go.
He was only
because of the ban. And here,
waiting for some sort of close contact.
Things to have options.
Smoke, but that would be a little too risky.
They could easily run double duels here, easily.
The snake bite,
especially considering the form that Cryo was in chat last map. Yesterday I saw, I told you in the video that it was a big mistake by Potter to put EA on Astra after the amazing performance that he had on Jet on the first 2 maps.
Has a stinger at the ready. 1-for-1 here would be fine.
For me, it doesn't make sense. I understand that they prep with one composition.
Rifle in hand, able to get the win, and now all of a sudden 100 Thieves are on site.
It's the one big win for 100 Thieves so far. They managed to get themselves on towards A, defeating.
You need to consider momentum.
Losing out a player each.
How the player is feeling, you know, like
the shotguns.
Cryo had a masterclass performance on the first map.
It's probably in Aspas' hands at this point in time for the retake to come on in. Verno onto Asuna, already looking shaky for 100 Thieves. The last 2 remaining.
No existent so far.
Tough scenes for 100 Thieves. Numbers starting to dwindle just a touch. Trying to clear out the site. Both players have been seen around the back. Aspas trying to make his move. Nova Pulse, Gravity Vortex coming in.
Oh, look at this guy movement, bro. Look at his movement. He and Framey, they move faster than the others. I don't know what's going on with them.
Against the bonus of MIBR.
And this is the game, bro. This is the game. This could be 3-0, actually. Mundi, you said that Real Madrid is the second one. Who is the third? Boca Juniors, bro. Boca Juniors, the third best team in the world. The greatest.
It's going to be pistols with the light. And
oh my.
The collat before Asuna can jump across with the blast packs plus the follow-up. And it looks like MIBR should be pretty comfortably on to 12.
How about that? 2 bullets, we get 3 kills. That's a bargain. And I am a sucker for a sale here as 100 Thieves right now. I'd all be sold out for the second half.
Yo. It's time. Check PC. Check PC. Changaris, analyze this guy. That's not normal, bro. Oh my god. RTZ, I love you, bro. You are the best IGL of Brazil of all time.
Meanwhile, Verdo trying to get aggressive. Oh, wow, he still gets away with 1. Cryo.
Oh my god, no trade on Verno. That's crazy.
So we get a 4v4.
He's still gonna get the spike too.
The walk down as well. Qualifier walk down. Seekers will spot.
Such a good play.
The advantage.
Bro, he's picking again. He's picking again.
No, that Seekers is literally.
Calm down, Varn. It's 12-4. I know, but still, showstopper for Artisan. Just wait for him. What?
Showstopper in the corner. Might never need to because
yeah, this is over. This is so over. GG, yo.
Somebody help!
It was a masterclass. I actually don't even know what to say. What?
Beat down MIBR.
They're my pick.
13-4.
4-5 ready to play on through fault line first. Gets a couple.
What a good day for Pegs today so far. But
so clean on the double camera. Catches 3, but is it going to be enough? MIBR don't have it. Numbers. They need more kills. Qualifier unlucky through gap.
I just said that and was trying to farm them, bro. Sorry.
Aggressive shoulder peeks on the way out, but how about this from Cortezia?
I hit me the chance,
This is the opportunity onto 1. Looking for.
Oh my god.
Xander gives him maybe more than he can work
position.
for.
He might die here.
Now he's completely isolated. Paranoia is going to come through. That does connect, but Cortezia does find a little bit of safety, at least for time being.
Oh my god, bro.
Easy
That's
for
so
EU.
unlucky, dude.
And that'll be a free first blood, and now the offense with 35 seconds can commit as they're going to jump into A.
He really needs
went
that
for the
one kill.
big play.
Very difficult to get away. 100 Thieves nearby. The entire team didn't expect that was just going to crunch him down, but exactly what happens. And here comes the hit now.
Oh, yeah, and Stinger, Neon things going to be in play, but Verno still holding onto the site. Keep an eye on the clock. 15 seconds to play for. Doc Dart a little bit deeper.
Big round. The forbidden one, my friends. Chanel already going for the save. Thieves 3. MIBR.
It'll be 3. Oh. Well, a little trap play coming through with the contingency, and I think an undercut was committed to that as well.
Let's do a fake here. It's working. Spike moving towards C.
Like you mentioned, is nothing but that.
100 Thieves with his double duelist comp. They can definitely snowball the game.
The longer this takes, the more that Cortezia is going to start to realize that he's the one that needs to try to hold his ground here once again. And the manipulation of the map for 100 Thieves.
Have you ever seen Aspas playing ISO?
Also at the right, keep your eye on Cryo, who is starting to work over towards garage side for that potential play.
This is the second time that 100 Thieves.
That would have been nice, bro. That would have been nice. He doesn't play Euro. Plays Raze really well.
C plans. 100 Thieves could look at 5 rounds in a row here. Very, very strong indeed. There's the 2 flankers that could cause a couple of problems here. A little bit later in the round, but for now, still waiting for the kill contract.
Cryo timing onto Artisan. And maybe a long lurk through C long, but this is taking some time, and all of a sudden MIBR are going to get a little bit of the numbers opportunity to play onto the site itself, but Xander in the corner.
Only Aspas left. Took too long to play.
There is no opportunity for MIBR to get back onto
These
site, and these post plans have been chef's kiss.
Oh my god.
So far for 100 Thieves.
Not even tried.
But the opening trap play does not work out, but Cortezia walking down C long does find Boostio, so a huge first pick, possibly more on the way. Trapwire is going to try to disturb this, and the Cyber's cage is popped for Cortezia to try to stay alive, but the hunt is on. Cortezia gets a second. His job is done.
He's done more than enough for his team. He gets 2 in that situation. Really should not be allowed. Cortezia. What can he allow MIBR to do now in a 4 versus 3? Aspas has the rifle. Xander has been spotted. Fault line coming in. 1 stun. Xander gets him down, but still the rifle on board. Aspas has to show up here. He's not showing up enough, or is he? 2 versus 1, and Aspas has done it.
And they're even going to show just from the shadows to get the defense pulled dramatically over towards C. But this is just down to what Aspas can hit. You've got to hit this first one. And he has no idea where 100 Thieves are going.
7-1's coming. 7-1's coming.
100 Thieves and a free site.
I mean, he was just considering where was the TP from the omen. He thought that maybe Xander had gone all the way into heaven. That's a normal, very common spot for the omen TP, but that's just not where he was. Just completely caught out. Artis at least going to return one back to make it a 4 versus 4.
Okay, Arsenal.
But yeah, the problem is you don't expect that both duelists are still here, so Asad is able to take this to a 4v3, sprints his way back over, EU holding the front.
And I think he might know MIBR shot.
And there's just no way for Zenom to jump back in, so it's just going to be down to Verno.
They gotta save again. They gotta save again. That's mad. That's mad.
This round to save the weapon.
You have Aspas back over towards C, but he only has knives to play through, which is still decent. Losing Verno this early, at least Verno on previous rounds was able to get his way back on towards A. The scan coming on through. NeuroTheft is going to reveal everything.
But again, like, how do you challenge the site itself, though, when you're this far out? And I just don't think you can. Also not going to be recognized that there could be a potential early flank. Big win here. Cortezia can grab it, and he is able to find the kill. So now you've got a little bit of a split here. 2-2. And Aspas has got the knives. How do you set him up? What tools are available from Artisan? And Aspas will see one down low. Paranoia cuts across the site. That's perfect. Artisan falls in to find another. Just down to, can they find the last into EU? And the knives will land. MIBR catches. There's an immediate threat immediately onto B. Fast lane out. Aspas just tries to get something for free. It actually does get a bit of a reveal into Cryo, but Xander teleports to the backside of Gong. Paranoia to cut across the site. He's able to find one in the corner.
Beautiful map for 100 Thieves.
So now
I want to see 5 maps.
Situation. Verno trying to hold his ground.
I'm good with that.
The A link does the ever. Verno for 3.
But if MIBR gets 4 rounds, there's hope. 4 rounds isn't there hope. 3, it's gonna already trade.
MIBR, hold on to the quick B play.
Attacking side for 100 Thieves. You've got it. The opportunity now to win Haven. Bring us to map 4. You up first. What's ahead?
I was able to find that spike carrier. Recon bolt to follow up. Austin, it looks like he wants to go aggressively. Oh, and there's just nowhere for Zenom to go. Yeah, just Neon doing Neon things. But MIBR battling back and trapping this play inside a garage. It's an even exchange to a 2v2, but Austin has gotten away. And yes, you can just keep on sprinting, keep on sprinting. Boostio looking for time and try to find
good, Asuna.
It's Asuna who again just kind of rechallenged.
Together now,
finds Verno, and it's all down to Aspas. Respect 2 does get the spike planted, but that's it.
That's the game, my friends. That's the game.
And now with those Stinger sound cues, you know that there's going to be a hit on the way. Asuna stepping on into the play is good for the first 2. Make it 3.
Show me the replay, please.
And the hopes of MIBR coming back into this map may be done here. Yeah, last little spam shot to the wall connects, and Cortezia, well, good luck, have fun.
You ready for another Stinger Force the next round?
Yeah, they got it.
He's looking for flawless. Cortezia is not going to be able to even
Asuna. Having a great game, man.
It's quick action instead. Over to B. Aldrone maybe sees a little bit of this. And Cryo will see the double tap expire, but EU does no wrong. Spamming through the cyber cage, catches one. Asuna timing here is good. Little snap out of the head of Verno.
Just
and this
a stomp here for the Thieves, my friends. Not even close. And dude, this used to be a good map for MIBR, bro. But not this time. We are going to a long series, dude. The way we like it.
13-3, responding in kind to the beatdown that they just got served on split.
The next map is Ascent picked by 100 Thieves. The decider, the remains, the final one is Pro. And remember, this is the old patch, so both teams could have choice to pick Teho. They decide not to.
Artisan is connected onto that by it, but no one else will be revealed. And whoop, that's an aggressive peek, and one that gets punished. Zenom able to at least stall things out with the Paranoia. Shock Dart coming on the side as well.
Nice, it was so confident.
And this is just a defensive setup.
The Pigman, after they said that,
did not have all their bases covered.
He's looking incredible. Today's a good day for Pigs.
Zenom down low. Same could be said for him.
He's another day in Australia already.
And well, good luck, have fun 1v4.
Heaven and Hell both covered there. MIBR finding no success from either player. And he'll even catch the suppress. So, going a little bit from bad to worse here. Pick your poison here. Between door and walking all the way around.
Look to get some stats.
Thieves. Wasting no time.
Some kills. Some...
What was it, 13 and 3 domination we saw on
points.
the previous map, and now coming into this one with an opening pistol nicely.
But good luck, bro. Good luck. If you get one, you are
lucky to get
the goat.
Just a couple of kills to make it interesting.
Yeah.
I told you, bro. The guy's the GOAT. Hey, my friends, Abe is playing right now.
Plays a walk up into
a DreamHack tournament. A Red Bull qualifier, I believe. I'm gonna do this game. Probably I want to react to it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do the highlights for you guys after this one, okay? Stay tuned.
Artisan pushed back by the fragment. Cortezia drops. So in the sight, we look over towards Verno. How many can he find? The first one's relatively good, still damaged up pretty heavily. Flash to try to assist, but 100 Thieves will find the trade. So Spike is on site, gonna go for the immediate plant. And in a 2v4 with Aspas dropping over towards B main. There's no room for Zenom.
Another forbidden round, my friends. This is looking like 5 maps. I love it.
Yeah, and MIBR just got to kind of stack up in the backside of the site, although Aspas goes a bit unnoticed, just floating outside of the boathouse. Now he can reinforce the site itself while the rest of the MIBR defense rotates over. Paranoia try to hit over through staircase side, but Cortezio will drop. Aspas a little bit of trouble here, but no, my God, able to collect the kill.
How is alive, dude?
Clean headshot on the EU. And MIBR now have numbers onto the site, and 100
my
Thieves are going to
goodness.
try to back away from B main and reset.
By the way, that's the only gun. He's
Aspas
got
things,
a hero
man.
rifle. And that hero rifle is delivering on the hero himself. Aspas, you need him to be able to clutch in situations for this team where everyone else just can't take these fights, but he can.
Man, the
Last
2v4.
time,
Oh.
didn't get anything done. Odyssey has a timing here.
This is sad like 2.0, bro.
This round is turning around. He's gonna get it up.
Aspas 4K, oh my God.
Good timing on the shock dart as soon as the sentry turret activates. Second one going to be thrown in. Nanostorm to try to delay this hit. No command going to be committed here for 100 Thieves trying to make their way over through sidewalk. Nice opening shot from Verno as his team
has no help.
tip falls. Cryo will try to work their way in. Flash just trying to give Verno a little bit of assistance, but the follow-up from Asuda is great. Plenty of time for this plant and a lot of vacancy to make sure this gets down safely. So the post plant for 100 Thieves. Now it's down to can they hold off from Aspas, who's already found the first.
So
One more at logs. There's the reset. Up and over. Oh, just barely.
NT, that was tough. That was tough. NT. Can you imagine?
Thieves.
Walking their way through mid. Now onto catwalk.
Yeah, Artisan just having a lot of trouble over towards A.
Keep it the back here. Keep it the back
Trying to
here.
teleport back to safety. Has to use both charges to get into bottom side at hell. Sees the utility from Austin. A good opening headshot onto Zeno. One more down low. And wow, just a little
Smoke fight time. Smoke fight time.
spray down. Works out for another headshot until eventually EU follows up and not able to take care of Verno.
Cryo is low.
So it's on
Burn
the
is
Cryo
low.
for the 1v2. No spike and only 30 HP.
I got the spike.
Only get time though. That's the good news. And he's gonna go through for the full plant. Not quite actually. Shock slowed that down.
Spike planted.
Bro. You almost got that kill.
Clean.
Oh my, clean.
Yeah.
Clean.
That's another
A little bit here. But this is just
I changed
the biggest thing
Webcam
that's
settings
changed compared
during
to
this
the
series
earlier
like
rounds is
10 million times.
100 Thieves not able
So,
to walk
give me
through
your
mid
feedback.
as they
Tell me
have. In fact, they haven't
which
really
round you
ever
think is
played
best.
through mid since the operator's been in play.
Yep, and you just have to respect that. Wow, the timing of that fragment is pretty legendary. Plus, you also get the knife to reveal 2 more. Offensive fragment being spent. There's the pop flash to try to challenge over towards tree. Cryo will be fallen, and how about that? Just when you start to think that Artisan is going to be vulnerable, and maybe one of the openings that 100 Thieves can hit through, he finds all 5.
IGLs cannot frag.
So far in this
Watch this, bro.
That's what's going to have to hold his ground here. Able to get a tag with nothing more, and how? Okay, the follow-up question to how many aces have we seen? How many outlaw collats have we seen this weekend?
Man, but low key, I'm gonna do a video, maybe 2, one on my secondary channel, and maybe one for this one too. With all the aces of this tournament, with all the best players, you know. Bro, there was a lot of aces, man.
Hitting a double bullet weapon.
Oh, popular blades.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
And this is just
I don't care. I'll
a
popular
shooting
blades go for
gallery.
another ace.
And
That's just me.
MIBR looking good for their 6th. Just comes down to, is there any over challenges? Xander, he could pack a punish with this sheriff, but instead you've got the numbers, and Aspas will move out, find the 4th. Zen in some trouble here, might have to fight for his life. There's the fragment. Good particular Hunter's Fury to try to.
Oh my goodness, that's a big yo. So 8 for MIBR, I don't think it's bad. I think it's acceptable.
But it connects onto so many that Verno just hits the trigger, finds a couple. Cryo stuck at tree, and MIBR really coming to life here in this first half.
This is 3 rounds in a row where 100 Thieves have ultimates, but they're just not in a position to play ults ever. This is like,
and I think Thieves is really happy with 5. Well, if they get 5, they are happy. If they get
bad, mid has been controlled here as well.
It's okay too. It's okay too.
With Aspas saving at least one of those rounds for them. Back over towards B we go now. The Thieves really want to win this one. Lockdown's already in play.
But the shoulder, that's good seen. Aspas looking for one more, but has to be respectful
nice.
of the lockdown, but still the first blood is important. No command's going to be used immediately after that. 100 Thieves is going to be stuck on site with no utility. Is there an opportunity for MIBR to crunch on this quickly? They do have 100 Thieves a bit split at the moment, but the null command is going to fade. You still have the deep Hunter's Fury post-plant security, and it's going to be used immediately. Verno already tagged. Cortezia, trying to get them to the
Some of that are amazing.
A couple of kills, and now MIBR have to just really trust that Aspas can find success with the dives.
They know. What?
Here's EU with the check. Shut down to the 2v2. What can you get?
Yeah, that's just low. Time.
Cryo in the corner. Aspas has shown himself.
He has them now.
Maybe extended, but Zen able to find the kill. Now it's just down to the 1v1.
Yeah, no time already.
Headshot, and he's not going to have time to stick on for the defuse. And Xander will just let the clock milk out, and it'll be a 7-5.
Man, great half. Okay, it's open for both days. Okay,
Look,
I just walk.
Round 3, I believe.
5 men here on B.
Nice box. Team flash.
Now it does force the nano out. Dark cover to replace the utility
That's for you.
Sidewalk.
That can
And a
be
recon
huge, man.
for Cryo to try to work his way in. One reveal does come through. Boostio still holding in a corner, but Aspas is able to find the first blood. Now it's just down to what else can MIBR produce. Just kind of stuck in no man's land. They're able to find Asuna.
Bro, they can go back here. They're not so there.
Good numbers.
They know about the Kujai too.
Low health pool still has them feeling a bit anxious.
Guys, it's max 1, eh?
Be an opportunity for Thieves to reach Elvis, and so it is.
Down B.
They got destroyed.
Xander was the X factor there. Xander still got 2 though. A 1 versus.
What just happened? And EU is so low.
With 22 HP remaining.
All drone just to scout out whatever it can from inside of A. Sees the shoulder of the KO, and also Xander in the backside of the site. Aspas, yeah, good patience. Able to take down Asuna for the first. Cryo trying to work his way back up towards heaven. And there's that operator already ringing out for a first. EU on the cross their tree. Good with the Guardian. 3v3 situation. Spike making its way on and finally committing for a bit of a plant while the broken door at tree may provide another angle for Cryo.
Trying to slowly swing through this one. Boostio, no weaponry though. That could be a problem.
If he gets
still
this
watching
one.
Heaven and will collect. Now down to only.
Bro, what are you doing, Verno? Yo, sometimes I think Verno is
how he wanted to play
another universe, bro.
Gets punished around, and now Cryo stuck, got a crossfire set up, and they just swing together, and it's Aspas for 4 in the round.
But it hasn't been solid. Cryo is still holding his angle. He's been smoked out a little bit, but he can walk through the smoke, and he has.
And that's really, really solid from Cryo. You get an ability to set up Boostio for, yep, his position at launch.
That's clean.
Works out absolutely beautifully, and that's the issue with MIBR. And how about that Boostio? Getting a
Crazy big.
Cortezia by surprise. Really good shock dart still lands,
Oh my
though.
god,
And it has him down to just 24 HP, but that is the issue. Let's through mid. Null command also going to come through. Is there any sort of response here for 100 Thieves? Can they find a way to stall out this hit? All the utility about to come back to life as this null command is about to finish. And Boostio gets a reveal and turns that into 1, maybe even more, but the spam hits is enough to take him out of the picture. So 4v4, Aspas trying to make his way into sight. Whoa, Zenom actually committed from the shadows there. And that's going to be enough for him to be taken out of the picture, or maybe he just teleported
Venom got a
the shadows
phantom.
came on the other direction from Xander. Kind of hard to tell because both
We'll be 1 away from the Hunter Series after the plant.
And MIBR will just default to rotating back into A, which is
True shock
for this 2v2.
I can confirm it was Xander using his ultimate there. It was just a regular TP coming through from Xenon.
But the Xenon should play a headshot position.
Rotation from MIBR. Locking them into place. Able to plant now over towards A to maybe recover this round a little bit. Things are very tricky.
If he gets 1 kill, it's good enough.
2. Low health, unfortunately, for Cortezia.
Knife deployed. 1 suppressed.
The knife only reveals 1, though. Sentry turret deleted. Cortezia is just going to be playing on top of the site. The idea would be to double drop and try to isolate this player into hell. Teleport over, and Cortezia gets the perfect read onto it. And now it's just down to what can also define.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. But what is Booster doing, bro?
He finds nothing.
MIBR, I mean, they weren't spotted here anyway. Majority of the team is still completely unknown. The problem for MIBR is they don't know what's happening in a little bit scared.
But they know it's only Cortezia that and his tagged already.
I don't shot just to get that tag.
What?
I don't know if
they actually put in the rotation.
Sweat this too much. I mean, you got the information with that pick from Cryo that there's no one else at B main, so you're gonna read that this is a bit of a fake. Now they do.
Man, you're a crazy man. You're a crazy man. Playing weak side like this. Bait. But look at this spike. Look at this spike. Ole, Samba.
Well, I don't know if it really has because they're not fully on site yet, and there's still a lockdown that 100 Thieves can use, which is gonna trap all 3 of these members of MIBR on the site.
Oh my god.
Unless Cortez can do this. Block out some space at mid. Hunter's Fury earned after the plant being spent. Does it land? Yes, it gets a little bit more damage onto Asuna, who does get finished by Aspas. And this back and forth, this tug of war between both sides of the map is causing a lot of problems for 100 Thieves as they get the lockdown in.
Well, the issue with using the Hunter's Fury at that time is that now you can't counter that.
Oh my god, you saved the day. You saved the day for Thieves. They lose this round, they would be so broke, bro.
100 Thieves do get a couple of steps ahead of that rotation as the Hunter's Fury now defense is being called right at B main, being established in EU. Able to connect onto a first blood. Boostio holds his ground inside the site. And 100 Thieves looking prime for double digits. Paranoia cuts across the site, but Boostio has avoided it.
Yeah, they're going to destroy here now.
Connects, but it's still a 5v2 regardless.
And their money is low. This might break in their economy, actually.
Are stuck, isolated. Artsy on site would need to try to connect onto something. Zena, maybe if you can find some sort of an angle here, deletes the knife, and this isn't over yet. It's still very difficult to work with, though.
Really important for him to get that knife because now he still gets to use TPs. He needs to TP out of there, but he can't quite do it. I was going to say, Artazine can't really do much to be able to help his teammate here. And now he's all on his own.
10 to 10, no money for Made in Brazil.
Potential to off-angle onto Peter.
Wow, it's a lot of utility. All the flashes are being used, and
good shot by Cryo.
What's on the site? It just kind of felt like another round where MIBR are trying to pull the defense over.
The attack side on this map here is tough,
but doesn't really fully work. It looked like they were trying to get everyone to rotate, through Cortezia and through Aspas.
How did Pussy die?
But now again, you get to have the from the shadows. Xander's able to get into the back like he had prior.
Oh, you checked.
And dealt with quickly. Verno trying to follow up. Really good shock dart. Doesn't hit. Looked like it was right on top of him, but not the case.
Time.
Just have to try to force this one in. Shorty works for
He has the spike.
Aspas will have to find these kills and collect the spike. Not a lot of time to do that, though. It's going to have to be down to if they can find the kills.
No time. 100% no time.
It's going to be really tight. And no, he doesn't get it down in time.
I knew it. Map point for 100 Thieves. Pro is close, my friends. Epic finals.
Oh, quick action. Alarm bot does come through. Suppression in the mix as well. So Aspas has to really kind of hold his ground here until he can get the knives back out. Nano Swarm blocking a little bit. Good patience and triggered his one from Cryo. Doesn't like the look of the first one. Finds the second. And Boostio shuts down Aspas over towards sidewalk. Artisan trying to hold on to mid-market on the stairs. Zenom trying to
they never check this position. How is one pretty big?
And he doesn't check the close corner.
Oh, the smoke helping him to get out. That's it, my friends. GG. We are going to map number 5. We are going to Pro. And remember, after this, I will make the highlights of Envy playing a grand finals in LAN, my friends. In LAN. This is tier 3. Envy is the real tier 1, okay? They are the S tier, SS tier. So this is just prepping for that game, okay? I'm joking, kind of. It is the final map, my friends. Winner here qualifies, loser says goodbye to 1 point something million, I think $1.2 million, bro.
But it's not going to stop MIBR from going quickly right on in. Flash over the top. Knife also part of a Cryo, staying safe from a lot of it inside the Nebula, but not able to stay. I don't know how Aspas, who's on 50 health, can come away with both those opening eliminations, but it works nonetheless, and Artisan can get to work on the plant for a 3v5.
A difficult 3v5 here as well. Luckily, there are 2 low members on MIBR to work through. But look at this post plant as well. Plenty members playing super far off site.
Is this the biggest
to spot any potential flank? There's not going to
prize pool Valorant ever saw? Probably, right?
Just significant though in the back halls. 100 Thieves will clear it.
Does even Champs gives you more than that with skins
in the
swing altogether?
To watch this from the back side of B-Man. You have to watch it from pillar, and okay, that'll work out. Just shoulders from Verno. As soon as a toggle comes through, everyone's channeling at the same time, and MIBR
there right now, and it will look like a bit of an A finish. Going to come through Link. Prowlers for information.
I don't know how much of that sees. Special delivery out. Salvos to follow. 100 Thieves is trying to get out of this position at Art, but the reveal on the counter side of the
Oh my god, what a reveal, dude.
Site. And Boostio's nowhere to be seen, so it has to be on the crowd to hit the first, and he does, but he cannot get away.
Man, we need POVs. We need to replay, guys. Please, please, please.
Spike is wrapping back over towards A, but 100 Thieves are not convinced. They've heavily now committed onto A, which is the correct play.
Yeah, I think MIBR, we're trying to bait out that Armageddon instead. It's going to be saved and now utilized over towards Art. Nightfall going to follow with that. Cryo hits the opener. Verno responds. 3v4 on this side as everyone is muted up for MIBR from that Nightfall. Cryo still holding on the backside of the site as Verno gets to work on the plant. The Salvos, though, in such a good position. And as the spike
got a plant
drop, now it's down to a 2v2, but the gunfights will be the one to determine.
Or just kill them, right?
Takes one, Aspas
Jesus Christ, that was so close.
You should run.
Aspas got spotted.
There's a lockdown. It's going to force 100 Thieves to have to clear the site.
I love it. I love it. We invested lockdown here against Akron. I love it.
You use something like a dimensional drift to try to retake onto this. Salvos trying to block a little bit of time. Asuna isolated, or is he?
Is it enough?
That's a huge first pick. Nightfall going to be called in. Only really connects the thing though onto one. So yes, you've got.
Man, if you lose this round here, investing all of this against Aiko,
these are all useful.
I would start to believe this is some kind of curse, bro. It's not actually their fault.
When will they use this, if at all? Prowler gets deleted.
Still on the side.
100 Thieves now trying to stack up. There's the lockdown. You got to work your way in, though. You got to find some way to break this up. The lockdown now followed up by the Cosmic Divide. Cortezia in the corner.
Going to stay here?
For the first contact on the Boostio, while the rest of the team is playing over through Secret. And now MIBR find every single kill. 100 Thieves stuck just to their last player in Asuna.
I think they're both detained? No.
There is only two that.
What is happening?
So now Cryo onto the operator. Cosmic Divide is out.
That cloud burst was so good. Saved their lives.
If he needs to try to find a way to scout this out, if there's going to be some sort of a contest either on this plant or in the post plant, when Cryo hits the first, can't get away though. Too much trap in play. Boostio! And what a snap that is for a second on the Zenom. And not even done, he finds more than that.
Cortezia found the timing.
Just get space through Art. So Cortezia, not gonna happen.
Boost is on fire. The captain, the IGL, the world champion.
He's outside the site.
It's special.
Has been so clean in multiple of these rounds. Guns finally on board for 100 Thieves.
And now the round is over, my friends.
And they're still stuck behind this nebula. Nanostorm to follow. Boostio stepping up into that. It's a considerable amount of damage he just took, but you hold the angle, and MIBR with 40 seconds remaining just gonna have to force something here. Then I'm getting to work placing stars. Little double swing opportunity here, and that's actually really well followed up on for Artisan. So 4v3, make it now as Cortezia connects onto another, and then you've got the ability to
sometimes
use the pivot point of Aspas through mid to get over to B.
You know?
Yep.
So this is going to be a plant situation here. 4v3 Rose plant.
The whole time, and by the way, because Aspas was able to essentially just walk through an entirely clear.
They have a lot of mana, so they can go here.
So will just be a free plant. And will the Salvos do anything here?
Not quite.
Oh. You have to imagine Drift potentially on board.
Yeah, you need to feel out where this post plant is, and there it is. Get information on Cortezia. Special delivery avoided. A couple of spam shots up top. Find the first, though. It's on to Aspas, and then another. And now it's just down to Cortezia. What can he do from the backside of Halls? Sees the decoy, avoids it. Other follow-up, hits a body shot. Does he know that Aspas on the corner here?
Bro, the guy is insane.
Gives an opportunity for Zenom for the 1v1. EU, low on health. The Stinger can pack a punch from this range. Now to the classic. Oh, he whips it. Absolutely whips it.
Bro, he got desperate.
The timing is going to be really tight as well, but I believe
he got desperate. He got desperate. He got desperate. He got desperate.
Saves the round, and we're gonna
with 1 HP? There's no way. This is Riot's favor.
Lockdown. Knowing that the Tejo is that far away. We're gonna call the lockdown to see if you can get some space. That is a really good Nightfall to try to slow this down, though. Can Boostio find some timing? He's gonna take a lot of chip damage and be detained, but can he stay safe in the corner? Armageddon trying to keep him alive. And yes, Boostio is still up and ready. Now trying to shake off the detainment. Are they gonna expect him to be this close? Well, Cortezia at least puts the punish in.
Round's over already, my friends. Round's over already. 7-5 for the Thieves. Looking good. Looking good.
5 crash in these stars. There's gonna be a chance to get a little bit deeper into sight. Haunt for the defense. Try to stave this off, but the gate crash does get utilized to get Hall's control. Bustio looking for something at connector, able to see a couple of the shoulders, seizes in.
I feel like this is a must-win piece from MIBR. If they lose, I think it's over.
Enough space for Austin to get the plant.
Full retake situation now. Low HP on to Cortezia as well. Not comfortable as the high ground here. Austin falling off the angle, slightly playing off-site. Anzin up first.
The knife gets deleted early. And MIBR is still trying to find some sort of an opening angle.
Man, time is taking a tell. They have
all the way back towards pillar. So this has to be clean. And initially, it's just even trades back and forth. 2v2 situation. Cryo still holding onto the backside of Halls.
And Cortezia
has the ability to gate crash back towards safety. Salvo out to stop the defuse for now. And then eventually,
bro, I'm not gonna lie, I think this is legit.
For this 100 Thieves offense, that Prowler through mid maybe sees one, but
who's next?
Here we go, dimensional drift through art.
Bro, Shannon,
that is massive.
are playing like shit. With all the respect, why you are holding an angle like this, bro? Just
stand tall on the side.
do simple things, bro. Simple things.
Before Cryo exits the drift. Austin,
I love you,
we're gonna get a 4v4 post plant.
You know,
all coming through from the spawn though. Mid has been held by Bustio. This is still a really, really decent post-plant situation.
play smart, bro. Play smart.
Once again, he's just not able to find anything. First death, still one kill is only what he'll get.
Yeah, Cryo on this advanced angle, able to find one more, even while at low HP. Eventually overwhelmed MIBR, so they move quickly, though the post plant has exited.
Pray for your teammates, Channel. Pray for your teammates so they can win this round for you.
You still have a star in place here as well for a gravity vortex, so the likelihood of
gotta do something.
even getting this to half, very, very low. Cortezia trying to jump onto it. There's the vortex to pull them off, and there's just
oh my god. Yeah, there's no way, bro. Misses. Why are you not playing Theo?
And now 100 Thieves are maybe looking just to burst onto site here as the stars get placed towards tower, and here comes the execute.
It's your fear.
Nightfall in play, picked up from the orb. Armageddon also in towards the link.
Yeah, and Cortezia's got nowhere to go. The Prowler also hits him right in the face. So Asano working for the plant, wide out in the open. No defensive tools for this retake with any sort of ultimate. So you're gonna have somebody connect, and no one's finding the shots.
Yeah, my friends. GG, dude. This show they gotta save. It's a 5v2. Nothing they can do. 11 to 6. They will be broke. Shannon only one kill in the map, my friends. Bro, 112 in the last map of a grand finals.
I've had a bit of a.
I don't think I ever saw that in my life.
And
don't hate
the
kid. You know, don't hate the kid. Everybody has bad games. Unfortunately, I mean, this was the worst time for that to happen. But the kid is performing really well with this tournament, okay? It happens. I'm pretty sure if he doesn't let this affect him in a negative way, he will come back stronger. He will be a better player, a better person, a stronger person, a stronger mind. Okay, so
MIBR, so like it's just so crucial that he stays alive.
I love you, Chanel. You are good, man. You have talent.
Play backside secret for
you will come back.
While you've got Aspas
you will
playing
prove yourself again on the bigger stage. That is Masters.
And he may get at least an opportunity here.
For you, but for it's better for you, bro. It's best for you.
Walking
Trust
down
me.
to mid here. They really want Bustio down.
We need some defense like this to make us stronger.
Oh, that is good information. A couple of kills are. Oh my god.
The game is not over yet, though.
Well, the
look at it, Taran. 7 kills are Shannon.
That's a way to do it, but I was about to say, like, this is a bonus kind of hero.
Yeah, sorry, but you know, I need to make jokes, bro. We are Brazilian.
And trying to make sure that 100 Thieves are trying to rush forward. They don't get the full check. Now the null command is spent, but EU, good contact position for him. Can they stop Artisan from coming back to life?
Shannon.
They're still baiting him. EU, a chance at it.
He almost double his skills, bro. Almost.
It's a shot to the low health pool member at MIBR.
Okay, never mind. He's inside of his smoke. That would make more sense.
Prowler to follow, though. Focused Aspas, who's going to be in some trouble. Nightfall going to be called in. Aspas
only you to get this kills, man. Aspas. Only you to get this kills. So close there.
Now up and over the Nebula, trying to.
Oh my god, bro. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That's the goal. That's the goal thing.
With that over.
Also, there's nowhere he can go. MIBR, stay alive for another round, my friends.
Without much cause for concern.
Not over just yet.
It's going to be a flawless.
With the Stinger, you can still get into a pretty nasty spot with the drift. Notably, look at Aspas, though. He has Outlaw ready to go.
No, if you die first again.
Space for it, but
I will lose my patience, bro.
Zidham included here.
Yeah, Prowler to unfollow. Then able to get to the orb and get back, but here comes the play out, and that might be all right if Cryo can get a second, but no, Verno just keeps dancing with the box, and Verno is...
Shannon! More than double his kills. More than double his kills. And legend.
Dimensional Drift clears this all out, though, and yeah, Under Thieves are very
this is so tense. This is so tense.
With the Cosmic Divide out, will clear out B halls. Spike will make its way on. Lockdown as a response. You also have a dimensional, or going to be a Cosmic Divide of your own. MIBR, how do you want to spend it?
Also, look at the two flankers as well. Need to buy a little bit of time for them to come on through. Nightfall coming in from 100 Thieves.
Pressure's on. Cryo does get detained. Here comes the player on the back. Cortez is going to go ahead.
They missed them all.
Is there enough opportunity? With the knife.
What?
Now he's got a lockdown of his own.
I don't think they go half.
They have missed the timing on this. Zenom trying to defuse from the other side. We're continuing to hack and slash. And there's going to be 100 Thieves.
What is happening? I've never seen a round like this in my life. Never, 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 never. This is the most insane shit ever. Maybe point for 100 Thieves, my friends. Qualification point, dude. They need this, man. They didn't qualify for Masters, so for this organization, for these players, this is big, bro.
Aspas hits the decoy with the first shot. Nebula blocks the line of sight. The Nanostorms are in position. Cryo trying to play around the back. Not gonna get the shot as Aspas. Cortez only with the
try to go for the hero play.
Here we go.
Got punished. Is a 4v2 situation.
Trying to work this with Zenom, who's had a bad
this is it. Bro, why didn't they retake him?
Kills though as the Armageddon is called out over towards mid.
They just could have. Oh my goodness, this is over. Unless you know the hero. Nah, GG, 100 Thieves. Congratulations, they are qualifying MIBR. It's eliminated.
Sweet for the 4th and final spot at the Esports World Cup.
Leave a like, subscribe, activate notifications, my friends. Support me in Patreon if you can. And now I will do the highlights of the NV LAN tournament to my friends. Grand finals. Oh my goodness.